back to the Level X Conference. Now, we're going to do this podcast segment, and Richie Baltazar just got off the stage.
Yeah.
Probably one of the youngest speakers this year, probably in years past, because this is year 3, and I don't remember anybody younger than him hitting the stage. And so he brought a powerful message, one that talked about your resilience and coming through things and over it and taking action. So, of course, everybody always wants to start with the dark side of things. You opened up with a photo of your mugshot.
Yep.
Lee County Jail.
Lee County Jail.
How did you end up there?
I ended up there because of my habits, right? A lot of us, we operate based off of our habits. And I was having negative habits. I was smoking, I was drinking, I was living a life that didn't glorify Christ. And I transitioned from having negative habits to having productive habits. So I ended up there because I was operating out of my assignment. And I talk about that inside, how your assignment is your primary focus. Focus on your assignment and everything is going to follow after. So I was just living a legacy for Satan, right? So I transitioned, I got baptized, and now I'm making kingdom impact. So it's all about the assignment.
It's all about the assignment. So young people, a lot of them are lost. I'm an educator in a high school. I see it. The negative habits.
Negative habits.
The vaping, particularly,
That's a good one.
Extreme. I'm talking about, I spend most of my days not supporting teachers, but pulling kids out of bathroom stalls.
Wow.
That's not what I signed up for.
Ooh.
That's not my assignment. It's not my assignment.
That's
However,
good.
those interactions with those young people is the assignment.
It's the assignment.
So them being in those stalls and pulling them out, and I'm trying to break
through it, yeah.
Why are you here? What's going on? Talk to me. So some of those things that I'm hearing is stressors. Them not knowing what's next. Some of them as seniors not really wanting to graduate because they're afraid to become an adult.
They're afraid to become an adult.
So when you talk about you were smoking and those negative habits, it's not because you grew up saying, I want to smoke, I want to do these things. What were you seeking, if you even know that answer?
I was seeking satisfaction that only God can fill. But so my source was smoking, my source was watching adult film, my source was living a life without purpose. I didn't realize, because God was always in my life, but I didn't realize that there was a source. And a lot of us, we are stuck because we don't know that there's a source, right? And that's why a lot of people, they are emotionally broken, they are emotionally unhealed, they are emotionally traumatized because they are looking for the source in people, but the source would be God filling you up to love people, to pour back into people. So my source was external things. My source wasn't coming from God. And that's why I was stuck. And that's when the mugshot came in, because my source was seeking other people. It wasn't God. God is the source. Number one, God pours into you. You pour back into others. Jesus went up on the mountain. He said, Father, help me out. He's on the mountain because God is pouring into him. The moment he comes down the mountain, he pours into people. So knowing who your source is, knowing that God is your source, once you understand that, he's able to pour into you, and you're able to pour back positive energy out to this dying world.
Wow, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Thank you. So now, when you talked about also focusing on the assignment, knowing exactly what it is so that you can move forward, but you talked about that you got to make some sacrifices.
Got to make some sacrifices.
And you were sleeping in a car.
Sleeping in the car.
With not much to get to Les Brown, but you knew that was a place. So you had some determination in order to make that sacrifice.
That's
so
good.
Talk to me about when you made that sacrifice. Did you feel like it was worth it in the end? What were the results or the rewards?
I believe that the result was that I made the sacrifice, and knowing that I got to live up to the expectation that I put on myself, because a lot of us nowadays, we live a life that it's not really sacrificial, whether it's our dreams, our goals, whatever it is. Whenever someone says, hey, you know what, this is how much it is to invest. Andy said it yesterday, do not look at the price, look at the value that you are going to get. So when I went to go see Les Brown, I was like, okay, I'm already have the value. So I don't need to look at how much it's gonna cost. I don't need to look at sleeping in my car just to go see Les Brown. I need to look at what I'm going to get out of going to go see Les Brown. And that's when I met Joanna. That's when I met Apostle. And now me and Apostle, we got connected. Apostle invited me to her conference. Now she is able to speak at my conference. And it's a domino effect, because when you operate in your gift, when you make the sacrifice, God is gonna put you in the right location. God is gonna connect you with the right people. And what's for you, no one can take it.
No one can take from you. And like Andy said yesterday, get in the room with the what? 100s. Get in the room with the 100s, and that was definitely a fact. No action, no traction.
No traction.
And you took action, and listen, not only did you leave traction, we got some deep wells in the mud, brother.
Amen.
I love it. I love it. So the higher you go, the colder it gets.
The colder it gets.
So although you are climbing, don't think it gets easy.
It gets easy.
It doesn't. Sometimes it feels lonely. Sometimes you're like, ugh, did I make the right decision? But however, the legacy that you are leaving behind, because we talked about, if you died today, what impact and what influence did you make? So Richie, I want you to look into that camera, and if they had to play this on your last dying day, what would you say you know today is the impact and the influence that you are leaving on the world?
You have a gift. Keep going.
Keep going. And we all have one. I appreciate you, brother. Richie, keep going. You are excellent, wonderful. May God continue to bless you tenfold.
Amen.
And that will trickle down to others.
Amen.
Where can people find you? Where can they get your mentorship? Tell them all the social media accounts.
Coach Richie, COACH, Richie, RECHY. Coach Richie, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. DM me and I will DM you back. And I'm looking forward to helping you transform your life. It's your boy, Coach Richie. I'm out.
Thank you guys for another episode of Level X Podcast.
Let's get it. Appreciate it.
All right, well,